Hey guys, this video we're looking at substitution. We're gonna also incorporate brackets in this video. And I guess the really important thing to really be mindful of is BODMAS. Okay, so something that we I guess are very familiar with. So the order of operations from brackets all the way to subtraction. And that's something that I'd like you to really be mindful of when we're working with substitution. I'm going to go through a few examples and then we'll kind of go from something that's fairly simple and then we'll kind of increase in difficulty. So let's say A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 5. And we've got 3A as our first example. So then 3A is the same as 3 times A. Okay, so I'm expecting you to understand the relationship between those two, the coefficient and the pronumeral there. And if A is equal to 2, so we're going to say 3 times 2, and the answer is going to be 6. Okay. Second example, if we had something like B minus 4, and B is 5, so we're looking at 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. So fairly simple. So then what would happen if we had, say, 2A plus 3B? Well, we would have A equals to 2, so 2 times 2. And then we're going to add 3B, which is 3 times 5. And that's 4 plus 15, and our answer is 19. All right. Getting to something a little bit more complicated. Let's say, okay, in another context, x is equal to 6, and let's just fix that up. X equals to 6, and then y is equal to 3. And then we have a question that is 13y over 3 minus 2x. All right. So what we would have is 13 times 3, because that's what y is equal to. And then we're going to divide that by 3, and then minus 2 times 6, which is what x is. So we're going to subtract 12. Now, 13 times 3 is 39, and then 39 divided by 3 is just 13. But what you can see is like we've got a common factor here, and hoping that you're okay with taking out common factors without having to expand. So we just got 13 minus 12, and the answer is going to be 1. Okay. And let's put in one last question here for substituting, but then we'll move on to ones with brackets. So we got 3x over 9 minus y over 12. So same thing, y is equal to 3, x is equal to 6. So we got 3 times, so let's expand it. So we got 3 times 6 divided by 9. And then we're going to subtract 3 divided by 12. Okay, so what we have here, we know that 3 divided by 12 is a quarter. And 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, so that becomes 18. 18 divided by 9 is 2. So we've got 2, take away a quarter, and what you're left with is 1 3/4, or you could say 1.75. But in this case, because we started off with fractions, we're going to finish off with fractions. Okay, so let's work on with brackets. All right, BODMAS, still the same thing, but it doesn't become any more complex. It's just going to take a little bit longer than usual. So let's say R is equal to 5 and S is equal to 7. And we have, say, 3 outside of R plus S. Well, R plus S, 5 plus 7, multiplied by 3. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 times 3 is then equal to 36. Okay. All right. If that's a little bit too easy, then we'll just make it a little bit more difficult. And we'll go with something like this. So if we had x equals 3, y is equal to 5, and z is equal to 9. So now we're introducing a third polynomial. And we'll have 7 minus 12 over x outside of 4y. Okay, so brackets comes first. Let's substitute all the values. So x is equal to 3. So 12 over 3. And then we have on the outside 4 times y. So 4 times 5. And what I would suggest is that you'd always take it step by step. Your working out is quite methodical. It's neat, it's structured, so you can actually follow what's going on. 4 times 5 is 20, so this is where we simplify things. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And I'm rewriting everything right now because it's really important that I don't skip steps, well, at least for these video purposes. But for you, when you do end up getting more confident, you can start skipping steps because you know what's going on. So 7 minus 4 is 3, and then 3 times 20 is equal to 60. So that's going to be that answer. And then why not? Let's put something even more complicated using the same values, okay, that we have for x, y, and z. In this case, we've got minus 3 outside of 2y minus 11, which is also outside of z divided by x plus 8. So key thing is, when things become more complicated, take it slower, be really careful, make sure you don't skip any steps, and you just, take your time. 2 times y, so 2 times 5, okay? So 2 times 5 minus 11. I'm just rewriting everything. Z divided by x, which is 9 divided by 3 plus 8. So BODMAS, we want to multiply these two together first, okay? So 10 minus 11, and then we know that 9 divided by 3 is 3. And like I said, the more confident you are, you can start skipping things. I'm putting a lot of detail here for you to be able to track and see what's going on. 10 minus 11 is minus 1. Oh, actually, I skipped. No, I didn't skip anything. That was good. So minus 1. And we've got minus 3. I'm just going to put those brackets there for the moment. And then we got 3 plus 8, which is 11. Okay. I'm going to put that in brackets. Now, these two sets of brackets, they are actually multiplied to each other. So there's a little multiplication, there's a little multiplication, and so we're multiplying these three numbers together. Minus 3 times minus 1, 2 negatives makes a positive, so we got 3. And then 3 times 11 is going to equal 33. Okay. Hopefully that helps you guys. Working out substitution. Don't forget BODMAS. Take your time. Be methodical. Be clear. And make sure your working out is all neat and tidy. It makes it a lot easier for you to follow, and it will minimize any mistakes and oversights. All right. See you in the next video.